I'm pulling 23. We'll get to the static wall right like this, but it's pretty dark. Yeah. Got the 60 roll away from here, we have this, you are operating in the middle, we're going to concentrate on this is okay. Okay. It's going to be moving still right now, under on the unfortunate time. This is pretty behind me. You can put on the 2 lane, possibly seeing up to the beginning right now. Just for the 60, I got him. Continuing westbound, past freeway. I think she did say she heard the small amount long ago when her grandfather died and that the cops were involved, but he may not be in there at all. So just to clarify, she does not think he is there? Correct. Well, thank you. Happy that he can be. He got shot straight in the forehead. Maybe a small little ulceration, half an inch wide.
516 East Pima Street, 108
I'll be out. Yeah, that's pretty good. He's going north on West Street.
Doesn't arrive and a mileage for 0.4.
Where's it from?
Copy enough.
Take that copy.
Beaver.
You got the number?
Over 28 years in my last.
If you're on a misdemeanor, I'm actually not really representing you. I'm just gonna make a decision. If you're here,
really confused me just now.
take a seat. Find out. Say his name, okay? Once you say your name to him, we'll find out. I'm representing
Your name, please.
David Peters.
Peters, you are here in charge of alleging infringement proceedings, domestic violence by conduct, and a theft charge from earlier today.
Oh,
Charges.
that's not my charges.
You David Peters? That's their
Yeah, I
telling.
have there's a,
Also got a brawl.
mercy, aggravated harassment is my charge.
You might have other charges. You might have misdemeanor charges on top of the felony. They usually like group them together when there's just one thing that happens.
I've just met with my attorney,
I can tell you what I'm being told. I have no idea what he told you. So I'm gonna hold you to a bond of $1,000, appoint the city public defender's officer, present you. If you do bond out, you have no contact with Erica.
Sir.
Domestic violence. Yes, sir.
Sir, can we slow down, please, and repeat the charges?
Interfere in judicial proceedings, domestic violence conduct, and a theft charge.
Well, I don't understand.
Okay, so domestic violence is.
Domestic violence.
So it could just be yelling, okay?
Good evening, Your Honor. Neil Poston for the state. I'm sorry, I didn't know we started. I thought we were starting at 7.
Well, we start a little early to make sure you're awake.
Fair enough.
We're still in the misdemeanor, so you're okay.
Very good, sir.
This is Mr. Peters.
Very well.
Hey, you're muted out at the jail. Still want, you're gonna be muted. This guy's gotta go home, so no matter what I do, he's staying on his hands. Who's Nathan Grass?
From,
That's somebody from Pritchard. I'll let him in. I guess I'm the one who lets him in now.
and then I can too.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Peters will be seen on June 17th and appointed attorney to represent him. You're muted at the jail.
Apologies, Your Honor.
No problem. Good evening. Your name, please?
Ivan Silva.
Silva, you are here in city court charges. First, you have a warrant from September 23rd of 2022, possession of prescription drugs and paraphernalia with failures to appear. That is the charge on November 24th of 2021, shoplifting for failures to appear. You're in custody of the matters, so on these charges, you're going to be released. We'll appoint the city public defender's officer to present you, and we'll set you for a review hearing on July 8th at 9 a.m. Any questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right, then, excuse. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening. Your name, please?
Victor Palma.
First of all, you had charged related to alleging domestic unlawful conduct, domestic unlawful damage, refusal to provide ID. It looks like you've got a probation hold anyway, so on these charges you'll be released. Condition, you commit no further act of domestic violence. Your next court date in the Justice Court is July 8th at 10:30. And you have some charges also from the city court from December 12th of 2021, criminal speeding with the failure to appear. On those charges, will be released. Appoint the city public defender's office to represent you. We'll set you for review hearing on July 17th at 9:30. Do you have any questions?
Some will be held.
I think so. I was
You got
not.
probation hold. He's an AP.
You have a probation hold anyway.
How long do you know how long was?
I don't know because I'd have to find out like if you're gonna be reinstated on your probation. I don't know anything about your case, you know what I mean? So like if you're reinstated, then you get out when you're reinstated. If you're not reinstated, then you serve some time and then you get out, you know what I mean? So I really can't give you an answer, I'm sorry.
Is there any way I can make a phone call? About that.
Good evening. Your name, please?
John Yard the third.
Okay, I am representing. Right?
My fault. Probation violation.
You do have a one probation violation and you're already detained without bond. One thing I can say on your behalf is just let them know. I think you may not have been aware. Are you aware of some of these things like
Judge, just to make an appearance while defense is muted, Neil Poston for the state.
okay?
Louisiana.
Yeah, there's a lot of rules that are hard to
Louisiana.
remember. They're really hard to remember.
Louisiana, this case in the Supreme Court that withdraw, they closed and sealed it, like Arizona, the rape case.
Yeah.
They closed and sealed the case.
Damage case.
We're ready, Your Honor. Sorry.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
What?
So you got Colin?
I'll be assuming you're not taking. You're Mr. Yard?
Yes, sir. That's done.
You're here in charge of Federal Register, Federal Show ID. This matter will appoint Doug Taylor as your attorney. Pursuant to Arizona law, you're going to be held without bond. So set a review hearing and a bond hearing on June 12th. Hearing on the charge themselves will be June 17th at 1:30. Do you have any questions?
I'll explain it. Yeah. All right, so, yeah, so if you're, so homeless, but if you have one place and then you gotta get a new ID every year, it's a lot of rules, I know. Ask your attorney to help you explain, okay?
Yeah.
All right, here you go. And
They gonna put me in.
they're gonna keep you in jail for now,
Yeah.
for now, okay?
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
John, hold on.
All right.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to be seen on a probation violation, I think that's why, yeah. I hate that statute. I think it's so.
Good evening. Your name, please?
Travis Weber.
7 seconds.
You already see them.
Weber,
It's new charges.
James Weber, number 4.
Do you know what your new charges are?
Weber, you are here on the basis of charges of promoting prison contraband, possession of narcotic drugs, possession, drug paraphernalia. In these matters, we will appoint the legal defender's office to represent you. And it looks like pursuant to Arizona law, can be held without bond. So we'll set a bond review hearing for June 12th at 2:30. The hearing on the charge themselves will be June.
It looks like, yeah.
June 17th. Do you have any questions?
Do you have any questions?
All right, then you may excuse. Thank you.
In January, or you know, I was going to say her the link. She just texted.
Hello.
Good evening. Your name, please?
Christopher Joseph Hamilton.
Okay.
Okay.
You're already.
Amaker, you are here in charge of fraudulent schemes and artifices, armed robbery, computer tampering, kidnapping, and aggravated robbery. These matters will appoint Eric Manch as your attorney, but the public defender will assist you in these proceedings. And it looks like it pursuant to Arizona law, you will be held without bond. So we'll set a bond review hearing for June 12th at 2:30. The hearings on charges themselves will be June 17th at 1:30. If you do bond out, you're not to return to the incident locations. Do you have any questions?
Is there any questions?
No, thank you.
Like to be excused, thank you. You do have a holiday this month.
We do. Juneteenth. And I work that day.
So you get a holiday.
And that's okay.
Spanish interpreter. You don't have any Spanish people.
Just right.
Further vote.
You do?
Yeah.
Good evening. Your name, please?
Dylan. Last name. Outs.
Is this a
It's a misdemeanor. Fouts, you got a couple warrants here. First, you have a warrant out of Moran on a Fed appearing in paraphernalia. And shoplifting, a second shoplifting. And you have cases in the Justice Court from earlier today, trespassing. Miranda cases, looks like you got a failure to subpoena in a number of them, so I'll set bond at $750. Appoint Janet Altschiller as your attorney. And you'll be seeing Miranda on these charges on Monday at noon. Then you have charges out of the Justice Court. Second degree criminal trespassing. On that charge, I'll release you. With the court date in the Justice Court on July 10th at 10 a.m. Do you have any questions?
No.
All right, then you're excused.
Right.
Yeah, he was the one.
Demetrius.
Hello.
Good evening. Your name, please?
I'm sorry, could you say that again?
Name, please?
Demetrius Kavathis.
We've got a couple warrants. First, you have a warrant out of the Justice Court on a failure to appear on a DUI.
May I say something?
Oh, I present misdemeanors, but they'll probably give you an opportunity.
Okay.
That charge will release you on your promise to appear. The condition cannot drive without license, nor consume alcoholic beverage in the amount for the reason. Your next court date in that matter in the Justice Court will be June 21st at 8:30. Then you have a warrant out of Sarita prepared to appear on drug paraphernalia and some other matters, and those charges will also be released. What's the out of custody date for Sarita? Because they copied the information from the Justice Court, so I lost the dates for Sarita. Out of custody. Okay. Next court date is Sarita is July 9th at 8:30. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Like your excuse, thank you.
Thank you.
Alderman.
Me?
Good evening, your name, please?
Cornelius Peach.
Each year here on charges from June 3rd, alleged possession of drug paraphernalia. Then we have an old charges from September 18th of last year, shoplifting failure to appear. These charges, I'm going to release you at the court date in city court on July 23rd at 9 o'clock. You have to return to the incident location. Any questions?
No.
All right, yes, thank you.
Man, go to see that through Pima's.
Eat this.
Good evening, your name, please?
Mark Anthony Benitez.
Your charge from earlier today, alleged failure to comply with the domestic violence order. 3 counts of domestic violence harassment. Well, the domestic violence trespassing, criminal damage, 3 more disorderly conducts. All these charges, I'm going to release you. Appoint the city public defender's officer to present you. You have a court date in city court on June 26th, 9 o'clock, and we'll combine this with your other cases. Do you have any questions?
No, sir. Thank you very much.
Excuse, thank you.
Your Honor, this is a Spanish speaker.
Okay. Interpreter online? He's online. Who is this person? Your name, please?
Ivan D. Lopez.
Interpreter ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Lopez, you have charges from earlier today, alleged domestic violence assault.
Señor, usted tiene cargos de agresión, de violencia doméstica y mala conducta.
These charges, I'm going to release you on your promise to appear.
Y en estas acusaciones lo voy a dejar en libertad bajo su propia promesa de que va a comparecer.
You commit no act of domestic violence.
No debe de cometer ningún otro acto de violencia doméstica.
You have no contact with Rascon.
No debe de tener contacto con Rascón.
You're not going to where she lives or works.
Y no puede ir a donde ella vive o trabaja.
Necessary, may return to the police escort to pick up your belongings.
Y si lo necesita, puede regresar una sola vez, siendo escoltado con la policía para recoger sus pertenencias personales.
Your next court date in this matter in Tucson City Court is July 23rd at 1:30.
Su siguiente fecha de corte en el tribunal de la ciudad de Tucson va a ser el 23 de julio a la 1:30 de la tarde.
Do you have any questions?
¿Tiene alguna pregunta?
No, sir.
All right, then you excuse.
Se puede retirar.
Search.
Is this the only Spanish speaking, Your Honor?
I'm told there might be another one. I don't know about Mr. Lopez, but they told me someone else was a Spanish speaker. Is that a guy named Lopez, and he was Spanish speakers. Good evening, your name, please?
This is another
¿Lo
one.
habla español, señor?
Sí.
He's a, yeah.
Buenas noches, señor. Yo seré su intérprete de inglés. ¿Cuál es su nombre?
Fernando Tacho.
Oh,
Second, please.
lo voy a representar, ¿ok?
Un momento.
Forgive me, Your Honor, was this Tasha?
Yes, it is.
Neil Poston for the state.
So you have been charged with criminal damage from earlier today.
¿Tiene
Ah,
hogar?
señora,
Sí,
Sí. ¿Tiene trabajo?
ahorita estoy desempleado.
a usted se le acusa por daño a propiedad ajena.
This matter, we will appoint public defender's office to represent you.
Le vamos a nombrar a un abogado de oficio para que lo represente.
Public defender's office position concerning bond.
Yes, Your Honor, we'd ask you to follow pretrial services recommendation to release him on his own recognizance, or if Your Honor has some concerns to release him to pretrial services. I would note that while I understand there's allegations of drinking and driving, he is 62 years old. He has no felony history. He's lived here for 30 years. I think he has an address on East Laguna that he's been living at for the previous 10 years. Your Honor, he was only 2s on the scale, and he had a misdemeanor from 1999. He may have an alcohol problem at this time, but I think we need to give him the opportunity to show that he can follow court orders and not drive. Your Honor,
Okay. Cooper, you want to interpret that, please?
I apologize.
Entonces, señor, esa es la recomendación del abogado de oficio. Ella recomienda que usted sea puesto en libertad bajo su propia promesa de que se va a comparecer en su próxima audiencia. Y si al juez le preocupa dejarlo en libertad, él debe de notar que este es un caso de DUI y usted tiene 66 años, no ha cometido ningún delito mayor en los últimos 30 años, ya ha vivido aquí en un domicilio por la luna, ha vivido como 10 años. Salió una calificación 2 de riesgo a huir y en el 99 se le acusó de un delito menor. Al parecer puede que tenga un problema de alcohol, pero hay que darle una oportunidad para que él pueda seguir o usted pueda seguir las instrucciones del juez.
Okay, in this matter, I'll release it. Yes?
State would just like to be heard on this briefly, if I may.
Go ahead.
We're looking at allegations of a .251 at 10 o'clock in the morning, upwards of $70,000 in alleged damages. And all the information I saw had no residence. So the state believes this person is a flight risk. And while he may not have a substantial criminal record, this is rather serious and warrants more accountability than just pretrial services.
La fiscal dice, también tiene su punto de vista, de que usted salió con un nivel de alcohol de .251 a las 11 de la mañana y parece ser que los daños que cometió fueron alrededor de $7,000. Él no encontró nada de información sobre un domicilio, entonces eso posee riesgo a que pueda huir. A pesar de que no tiene antecedentes penales, esto que se cometió es algo grave. Y es por esa razón que él no recomienda que sea puesto en libertad bajo la supervisión de servicios previos al juicio.
May I make a minor additional point, Your Honor?
Sure.
Your Honor, while I respect what my colleague says, I think first in terms of the flight risk, even his misdemeanor from 1999 was here in Tucson, Arizona. I think he is a lifetime resident, Your Honor. And while I understand that if the allegations are proven true, that he has to face consequences, this is not the phase where we're talking about how it warrants more than something. This is about whether or not this gentleman can follow court orders and whether he's going to fail to appear at this point in time. Thank you.
Who is Martha Tacho?
Martha?
Tacho.
¿Quién es Martha?
No,
Tacho.
mi ex esposa.
His ex-wife, Your Honor.
You live with her?
¿Vive con ella?
No,
No, Your Honor.
ahorita me dieron chance como no tenía apartamento rentado. Me quedaron en el corral ahí en el carro.
Okay. They don't reside together, Your Honor.
That's the address he gave, where he lives. I understand she's his contact, but that's the address that he gave where she lives.
I think he's been staying like staying in rental spaces and things, Your Honor, and in his car. So he needs to go to a hotel or somewhere, but,
All right. In light of that information, I'll make bond 2,500. If he does bond out, he's not driving without license or he's consuming alcoholic beverages in any amount for any reason. His next court date will be June 17th at 1:30. Sorry, interpreter, go ahead.
Entonces el juez va a decidir fijar una fianza de $2,500. No debe de conducir sin una licencia válida ni consumir bebidas alcohólicas. Su siguiente fecha de corte va a ser el 17 de junio a la 1:30.
Any questions?
¿Tiene alguna pregunta, señor?
No, nomás que tengo que,
en la fianza, sí.
tengo que pagarlos todos juntos.
¿Todo o 10%? Pero tiene que mostrar, ¿cómo se llama? Como de tu carro. Interpreter, could you help us with like the title for his car?
Tiene que traer el título de su carro.
Título. Oh. Okay.
Pero, ¿me voy a salir ahorita?
Usted tendrá abogado, la abogada o el abogado va a hablar con usted. Quizás tendremos que bajar la fianza en el futuro, ¿sí? ¿Ok?
Pero me voy a quedar aquí a dormir. ¿Sí?
No problem. Nos vemos.
Gracias.
I believe that's the end of our Spanish speakers. Interpreter may be excused.
Nice one. Thank you.
Have a good one. You tomorrow? Oh my God. Understand, yeah.
Yes.
I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, buddy.
We also got Mesa to us for vote. Good evening, your name, please?
Lonnie Lee Bailey the second.
Bailey, you've been charged attempted auto theft, burglary in the 3rd degree, possession of dangerous drug, possession of kite drug, possession of drug paraphernalia, and possession of burglary tools. In this manner, we will appoint the public defender's office to represent you, public defender's office position concerning bond.
Yes, Your Honor, we would ask that you consider the recommendation of pretrial services to release him to their enhanced supervision. It looks like he is 35. He has, at this time, he has no felony criminal history, Your Honor. And I believe he's been here in Tucson for 13 years. He does have an ID on North Oracle Road, so he is definitely, he's a Tucsonian. And well, obviously, you know, any allegations, it looks like there's nonviolence, and I think maybe he could have an addiction problem and be causing some menace to society, but I don't think he looks like a danger at this time, Your Honor. So for that reason, I'd ask you to consider pretrial services recommendation.
Your Honor,
Yes. Yes.
given the defendant's history of failure to appear for court hearings, state asks for a bond per its written recommendations.
I'm going to adopt the recommendation, pretrial services, release supervision, pretrial services, bar enhanced supervision. You to maintain contact with pretrial services, comply with any request they make of you. You're not to return to the incident locations. And your next court date in this matter is June 27th at 1:30. In addition, you do have a couple misdemeanors. That's where your failures to appear are. You have charges September 10th of last year, criminal damage and public nuisance with the failure to appear. And then from September 10th of last year, criminal damage and disorderly conduct with failure to appear. Those charges will release you with the condition you stay away from the incident locations. Next court date in city court, and those charges July 8th, 2 o'clock. Any questions?
Sure.
All right, then you're excused. Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Is that it? I should have two more still.
I see Mesa.
Yeah.
Do I miss Justin Scott Mesa, Your Honor?
Here we go. Maybe they're coming back. There we go. They're back. Good evening, please.
Yes, Mesa.
All right.
Mesa, you are here. Charges alleging possession of narcotic drug, possession of drug paraphernalia. In this matter, we will appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Public defender's office position concerning bond.
Yes, Your Honor, I'd ask you to take into consideration the fact that it looks like Mr. Meza has an addiction problem, but he doesn't have like a large criminal history. It looks like he has this one other drug possession charge pending. So he's a person dealing with some addiction, but I don't think he's a current danger to the community. He also doesn't have any other criminal history. And it looks like his mother is willing to assume third-party custody and provide housing for him. And he's a lifetime Tucsonian resident.
Judge?
Yes.
I'm seeing a 6 out of 6 rating on FTAs. His defendant does have a history of failing to appear for court. The state would not be opposed to smart court. However, there needs to be some reassurance in the form of a bond that he actually does show up for court.
Looks like you sent the steps last time and you didn't make it. That's why.
Okay. Then, Your Honor, I guess I missed that one. And at this point, the state did ensure the $5,000 bond and pretrial if released as recommended in writing.
Bank bond $2,500 and pre-trial if released. We'll put him in the smart court. Set up for hearing on June 7th. Smart court hearing is June 17th at 9 a.m. Hearing in the charge themselves at that same day at 1:30. You have any questions, sir?
Your Honor, did you appoint the public defender? I apologize.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
thank you.
I believe we still have a misdemeanor to go.
Your Honor, there being no more felonies, may I be excused?
Yes, sir.
Good day, everybody.
Your Honor, Ricardo refused.
Okay, then we'll continue. All right, so we'll continue tomorrow. And we're done.
All right, thank you, Your Honor. Now we really get to leave. Okay, I apologize, Your Honor, for that.
No problem.